Ronald Reagan, we broke bread together and celebrated what binds us all together rather than what divides us. This year is a little different, of course. The political dynamics on Capitol Hill are extraordinarily different. President Trump is back in the White House. Republicans control both chambers of Congress. Here in our form of government, we call that unified government. A year ago, people thought I was crazy for predicting that we would be here today, but we are. And we're facing a new dawn for America and our bilateral relationships. And I know that we can look forward to working together to promote and preserve our friendships. It's an important, informative time around the world to do that. So in keeping with the proud U.S. Ireland tradition and the spirit of the Friends of Ireland Luncheon, it's my great privilege to present the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor. I've been here just about every time. We had one that was terminated because of a thing called COVID. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, but that was never pleasant. And we would have been together twice, but we had COVID interrupted twice, and I appreciate seeing you again, however. And you've done a fantastic job. We very much appreciate you being here. And I also want to thank my new friends from Northern Ireland for being here, who I just met. Thank you very much. Great honor. Great honor. And I must say they spoke very well of you. So that's good. That's good. And great to be with you. And thank you to Speaker Johnson, and thank you to all of the members of Congress who are here, quite a few, most of which are Irish, most of whom are Irish. And we welcome Taoiseach, and I love the name because Micheál, but it's Michael. I said, how many people call you Michael? It's exactly Michael. I said, he said, about 50%. I said, do you get upset when they do? He said, no, but I'm going to call you Micheál because that's the way it is. Martin, who has really been terrific. I've been with him quite a bit. I've spoken to him quite a bit, and we're going to have no problems. And his wife, Mary, we welcome you to America. Fantastic people. And it's really a wonderful annual tradition being here. We're also grateful to be joined by Irish Ambassador to the United States, Geraldine Byrne Nason. Where's Geraldine? Hi, Geraldine. Thank you very much. And the entire Irish delegation. And I know we're a little bit, everybody's a little bit late today, but that's okay because we're celebrating the Irish, and I think it's okay we're a little bit late. I also want to congratulate a friend of mine, Ed Walsh. He's a great golfer. He's a championship golfer, actually. Not quite as good as Rory, but that's okay. But he's right up there. He's won many club championships, and he's one of the best golfers you'll ever see. And congratulations, boy, you're going to have fun over there. He's going to be the ambassador to Ireland. So congratulations, Ed. Well, maybe it is thanks to me, but you're going to have a good time. You're going to represent us well. He can do most of his business on the golf course, too. That's so nice. But he's got the best job of anybody. And I really appreciate so many of my friends being here. So many great friends are here. This afternoon, we're gathered to celebrate the deep and abiding ties of history, family, and friendship that bind together Ireland and the United States of America. The Irish-American patriots have been part of our national history in our country's earliest days. Amazing history they have with our country. Irish-Americans fought heroically in our war for independence, served with honor in the crucible of the Civil War, and won fame and valor among Theodore Roosevelt's famous Rough Riders. They were Rough Riders. By some estimates, more than 2,000 Irish-American warriors have earned the Congressional Medal of Honor. This is an amazing statistic because who would ever think that's even possible? It's more than 50% of the medals of honor were won by the Irish. I'm going to have to check that. That sounds like, that's an awfully good statistic. We're going to have to check what's going on over there, huh? But that's an amazing statistic, actually, 50%. This includes the great Audie Murphy, the most decorated enlisted soldier in American history, whose service in the Second World War earned a Medal of Honor, 2 Silver Stars, a Bronze Star, 3 Purple Hearts, and the Legion of Merit. Quite a person. Became a movie actor. The movie actor stuff wasn't quite as good as the soldier that he did, but he was great. Became a very famous person, actually. America has truly been blessed by the courage and unstoppable spirit of the Irish. Over the generations, Americans of Irish ancestry have helped build our railroads and raise our cities and man our factories, enrich our culture with art and music and literature. We see that all over. And protect our communities by joining the proud tradition of Irish-American police officers and firefighters. And few have done more for the Stars and Stripes than the sons and daughters of the Emerald Isle. And I can tell you, I know your father was a great boxer, and they have a lot of good fighters. I know so many Irish fighters, they like to fight, and they're damn good at it too. But your father, his father was a great fighter, actually, so that means genetically I'm not going to mess around with you. You understand? I'm a believer in that. But as you know, on Monday, millions of Americans will celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We love St. Patrick's Day, maybe especially in New York. Hundreds of thousands of citizens decked in Irish green will parade through the streets of Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, and of course New York, a sight that I've witnessed many, many times. In Manhattan, the people will stream up Fifth Avenue and march past the magnificent, I see it so much, and I love it, especially when you're looking down upon St. Patrick's Cathedral, because it's, to me, one of the most beautiful cathedrals in the world. And it's a monument not only to God, but also to the patron saint of Ireland, patron saint. It's really an extraordinary testament to the connection between our two countries that after more than 1,500 years, the shining legacy of St. Patrick still rouses city blocks half the world away. Think of that, and fills our people with incredible love and pride. We have a lot of pride in that cathedral. That cathedral is something, to me, so beautiful. I think maybe my favorite, they have larger, you know. It's very large, but they have larger, but I think it's truly one of the most beautiful. The Irish spirit is truly alive and thriving in America, and as we see today, the friendship between our nations is strong and it's really unbreakable, and that includes all of you, you know. It's all of you. We love you all. So Taoiseach, I want to just thank you once again for being here. It's an honor, and hopefully we're going to be doing this at least 3 more times, okay? We're going to be doing this 3 more times, at least. And when I say at least, they go absolutely crazy. So thank you very much for being here. Mary, thank you very much for being here. It's a great honor. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Our next guest is not a stranger to this event. However, this is actually the first time we have the privilege of welcoming the Taoiseach Micheál Martin. I said that right. We were talking about that. So I'm Michael too, but that's how we say it very plainly and boringly in the U.S. And it's the same name over there. It's Micheál. I like it a lot better. But we're welcoming him to the Friends of Ireland Luncheon in person as the new Taoiseach. And this is interesting because in 2021, it was mentioned earlier, this luncheon was virtual due to the ongoing COVID pandemic. And in 2022, the Taoiseach was in town and slated to attend, but he had a positive COVID diagnosis himself, and it forced him to deliver remarks virtually once again. So now, finally, we welcome him in person to this great event, and we're so excited to have you in the Capitol, my friend. I'll welcome you to the podium now, the Taoiseach Micheál Martin.
Thank you. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, Chairman Kelly and Neil, Senators, representatives, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for welcoming me and Mary to Washington, D.C. to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And it is a good feeling to be COVID-free and to be here on that day. But may I in particular say I'm pleased also to be joined with the Deputy First Minister from Northern Ireland, Emma Little-Pengelly. Very pleased to have you here, Emma, as well. This is a cherished opportunity to break bread with our most steadfast friends. And as has been said, it's now more than 40 years since Speaker Tip O'Neill invited President Ronald Reagan to the capital for the first St. Patrick's Day lunch, and thus began a very proud tradition, which I am honoured to continue today in your esteemed company. President Trump, thank you for joining us today to mark our National Day. You are a great friend of Ireland. And by the way, all those statistics that you quoted are absolutely verifiably true. Okay. I also know, President, that there's one small corner in the west of Ireland, a beautiful and remote part called Doonbeg in County Clare, which holds a very special place in your heart. And we hope to welcome you back to our small island and indeed to these particular greens very soon. Speaker Johnson, once again, you have graciously gathered our dear friends in this august house to mark St. Patrick's Day. You too are a true friend of our nation. We thank you for your hospitality in what is a very busy week for you. For centuries now, America has been a place of welcome and opportunity for Irish people. Our nation's green has been threaded through the rich tapestry of the United States by almost 32 million Irish Americans. Their forebears left a very different Ireland to the one we know today. Many were fleeing the grinding poverty and terrible hunger which blighted Ireland in centuries past. They left in desperation, but also in determination to forge a brighter future for their children. They channeled that commitment into building stronger communities and ultimately a stronger nation, this great nation. Many of their descendants are with us today, true friends of Ireland who continue to work tirelessly for a future of peace and prosperity on our island. Indeed, we need look no further than the co-chairs of the Friends of Ireland caucus. Our dear friends, Congressman Neil and Congressman Kelly's bold leadership and vision unites Irish American members from both sides of the aisle through the Congressional Friends of Ireland caucus. Throughout our troubles, the Friends of Ireland, Republican and Democrat alike, held fast to a vision of Ireland not marred by violence or terror. You worked unrelentingly to realise that fragile hope. You stood shoulder to shoulder with us, no matter how fierce the challenge, and there were many such challenges. And it is that same determination that together we must devote today to today's conflicts in the Ukraine and in the Middle East. And our shared history teaches us that peace, however elusive it may sometimes seem, is achievable. Its promise remains within our grasp. Mr. President, we are forever grateful for the United States' contribution to transforming our island, and we wish you well in the efforts that you are making to bring peace to the Ukraine and to the Middle East and further afield. We thank you for your leadership and indeed your ongoing friendship to Ireland. Thank you once again for joining us today. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your gracious hospitality, and thank you to our dearest friends in this room. A very happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. As we might say in Gaelic, go raibh míle maithagah agus banachtaí nó éile pádraig oraibh go léir. Go raibh míle maithagah. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you again, Taoiseach, and thank you, Mr. President. I am very excited because we have a special treat for you all today. Joining us to provide entertainment is the famous Riverdance Irish dance troupe. They're here. I know, you didn't know that was going to happen, did you? See, we throw a great party, I told you. Let me give you a little background on this. In 1994, during an interval act at the Eurovision Song Contest, there was a 7-minute dance routine that captivated the world. From that stage in Dublin, Riverdance was born. And in the more than 30 years since Riverdance has performed more than 15,000 times on 6 continents in 49 countries, they've developed quite a following. Riverdance spread first through Europe and then to America, and along the way they have shared the culture of Irish music and dance to a generation of people around the globe now for more than 3 decades. And while we're only receiving an abridged version of the very famous show today, Riverdance is performing here in Washington at the Kennedy Center through March 16th. The Kennedy Center was kind enough to lend these exceptional performers for us here for the afternoon. The stop in our nation's capital is the first of a 30-city nationwide tour, and we encourage all friends of Ireland and lovers of Irish culture to experience this incredible show. You are going to get a little taste of that right now. So please join me in welcoming these great friends of Ireland to the stage. Riverdance, y'all come on.
Tears are gone on her, 1,000 tears are gone on her, and she was stuck on dancing, she was stuck on dancing, and her muddied name was Mississippi, Mississippi, on Olivia, Mississippi, Mississippi, on Olivia, River-Sippy, River-Sippy, on Olivia, River-Lippy, River-Lippy, on Olivia.
Thunder and lightning batter the rocks. The winds howl and great storms break on the forest, scatter the herds like grain. Fire leaps from dark to dark, fear and anger leap to meet it. We will not go down. We will not be beaten down like grain.
bad influence and I'm weak.
You know, I got somebody else done last week.
My
Shade
nonna
green
warned
in
me
case
about
I
people
forget
like
to wear
Ricky.
green on the thing. Everybody's like, is it wicked inspired? I was like, no, it's straight to fire. What? See? See you.
People like emerald. Oh, no, I mean.
Oh, my dress, yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
And that's one. Does any of you guys want to move forward to Smith? Yes or no?
Just in case.
Yes. I thought I heard my name. Yeah.
Unless you're sitting in your nephew. Yeah. I know. There is an Arctic meeting. Chris.
Yes, sir. Ma'am. Sorry.
Great chance.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were just chit-chatting, so I was thinking the same time.
Chit chat there when you walk right out.
Right.
Johnson's
Thank you.
That's work. Yeah, thank you.
Good?
Where shall we lean?
And then let me make sure. You tell me if we're... Yeah, if they're around the corner, yeah, you guys can't get what we need from there, so that's not gonna happen.
You're in the shot.
And just jump into the...
You're in a live shot. That's in our live shot. Excuse me. You're on our live shot.
I know, I understand. They could probably be here instead, yes. It's a work in progress.
Thank you.
I fully understand. What about if you guys could be here? Or
Those are like the feeling
do I need them? Aren't I always
Whoa, that's even worse, guys. That's not. Hey, that's worse.
Is that worse?
No.
What if they're here?
No. That if they were like in line with
Works for one person only.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to step in like next to us.
They're going to go here eventually, yes. That's the idea.
It's better up by the wall.
Then they'll all be in the shop. Okay, do they care? Yeah. So, I mean, you know. I care, honestly, I care so much about video. Like, yep. Good. Did I get it? Where do you need to be? Yeah. Right. Unilateral number of 10. Okay. So congressional press. And one of your colleagues
good.
That's the shot.
Comment? Ça là, ça.
Sorry, Greg, didn't mean to stick around.
CPUSA doesn't really do live files, surprisingly. What does CPUSA?
CPUSA.
CPUSA? I'm probably gonna go file.
I'm gonna go with you.
Okay.
Trish, thank you for your help. That was very helpful.
Yeah, good, because I just didn't want you to be locked on. It would have probably.
You didn't want to no
I
brain?
know. Well, it's not really Irish. Yeah.
It's not.
That's why I did it. That's why I chose purposely not to.
Oh.
Yes. But definitely I do.